Hey there, it's Mastin Kipp, and welcome to Power and Purpose. And today I want to talk to you about something. When you start to get successful, or when you start to get that momentum, or maybe you're making more money, or maybe you're getting in better shape, or maybe you're progressing in some way, maybe in a relationship romantically, and you're getting to that place of success, is there a part of you that maybe feels guilty? Like, you know what, the world is in so much pain. How could I possibly allow myself to enjoy this abundance? Or, maybe I'm not allowed to out-earn my parents, or maybe I'm not allowed to be happy if my family is not happy. Or maybe you think to yourself, you know what, if I'm gonna be successful, I'm gonna be all alone. I can't bring anybody with me. And there can be this really deep sense of guilt that says, you know what, if I'm successful, if I'm any happier, something's wrong with me, there's gonna be pain, I'm gonna cause pain for the people that I love. And this can happen whether you're just getting started or whether, you're successful and really going to that next level, because we all have that threshold of guilt of going to that next level. So today what I want to talk to you about is some coaching around how to frame your mind to really give up this guilt of success and to really, first of all, enjoy your success and then set the example for others and really just let this guilt go, because ultimately the guilt doesn't serve any purposes. But we got to talk a little bit about what guilt is and the difference between guilt and shame, because a lot of people think that these things are the same, but they're actually different. So guilt is a sense that I've done something wrong, right? If you're committed, if you've committed a crime and you're found guilty, it basically says, the court says you did this thing that was wrong, right? Now, shame, on the other hand, is when you take whatever you did as wrong, but now instead of I did something wrong, like my behavior was wrong, shame says I am wrong, and it turns guilt into who you are as a self-identity. And so guilt and shame, are sort of very low-level emotions. They go back and forth, and it's something that we can wrestle with as we're becoming successful. And so ultimately, there's only a few purposes for guilt and shame. One is, if you're feeling guilt, you're feeling shame, it's preventing you from moving forward, so there's a survival process there. The only other purpose for guilt and shame that I can think of is that it's going to produce so much negative emotion in your body at some point that it's the catalyst for change, the catalyst for transformation, for you to say, you know what, I'm done feeling guilty, I'm not ashamed, I'm ready to move forward, and that contrast can be really powerful. So other than that, there really isn't a purpose for guilt or for shame long term. So sometimes we can feel it in the short term, but long term it doesn't serve us. So the only reason you would feel guilty is because you would think that a part of you, when you become more successful, when you get more love, you get more romance, more finances, that, if you have something that other people don't, you're robbing them of something. Or maybe you're thinking to yourself, it might be selfish because the world is, full of so many people that are in pain right now. Let's remember our Joseph Campbell. Joseph Campbell says that we cannot cure the world of all its sorrow, but we can choose to participate joyfully in the sorrows of the world. Participate joyfully in the sorrows of the world. This is our mandate. And so as you're stepping up, think about this, going to that next level in your business, going to the next level financially, romantically, in your health and wellness. If there's guilt there, just know that you're setting an example. You're breaking a lot of unsaid agreements with, your parents or who your parents were before the age of 10 or in a relationship. And ultimately, the people who love you the most, the people who are meant to be with you, they're going to celebrate your success even if they're resisting it. And ultimately, if you really want to change the world, if you really want to help other people, being successful is the best way to do it. It's kind of like when you're on the airplane and they say, they always tell you a million times, you've heard this if you've traveled, right? If there's ever an oxygen change, what's the issue, right? The mask drops down, put it on yourself first, then help somebody else. And so this is that same mindset. When you're successful, when you're fulfilled, when you're happy, regardless of what your family says, regardless of what your peer group says, or regardless of what the media says, or what's happening in the world, or in the economy, or the government, or any of that type of stuff, you can choose to participate joyfully in the sorrows of the world. And that joy is like putting on the mask yourself first. And then you can help other people. Because think about this, if the plane's crashing and you put that mask on, you're going to pass out and be of no good to anybody else. They're going to have to come save you. So if you want to make that change, you want to make a difference, really start with yourself. I always say, tell people, if you want to help someone in need, start with yourself first and fill up your cup, and the rest will come from there. So we can let that guilt and that shame go and recognize that it's just been a survival pattern keeping us stuck, and it's producing enough emotional intensity for us to really make that shift. All right? So you have permission to let that guilt and that shame go. Please feel free to do it now. As always, guys, this is Mastin. My biggest intention is that you get out there, take action, and make it real. We'll see you soon. Hey, it's Mastin. I want to let you know that we have Claim Your Power Live coming up July 13 to 16 in Los Angeles, California. Come on over to claimyourpowerlive.com to check it out. This is a 4-day immersion implementation experience. This is not your grandfather's seminar. This is not a snooze fest. This is not a cult. This is a powerful implementation, live experience immersion for you to come and to discover what your life's purpose is and to bring it to life and to experience the abundance financially, romantically, spiritually, emotionally, in your business, in your career, really syncing up what you love to do with your purpose. It's July 13 to 16 in Los Angeles, California. Come on over to claimyourpowerlive.com to check it out. We're almost sold out. Would love to see you in Los Angeles at Claim Your Power Live.